Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're literally cracking the code on content creation. We're going to decode a massive, meticulously crafted master prompt that's designed to engineer the absolute ultimate personal finance explainer. Seriously, if you've ever found yourself wondering how top creators consistently churn out high-quality, super engaging content that feels like it's reading your mind, well, you're exactly in the right place. Let's get into it.
So, what actually makes a piece of content go viral? I mean, is it just having the absolute best financial knowledge? Not quite. The real secret? It's about programming an AI with the exact perfect set of rules to keep viewers absolutely hooked from the very first frame to the bitter end. It's kind of wonderfully ironic when you think about it, right? We're using a totally emotionless machine to systematically manufacture deep, authentic human engagement. It's literally a precise science of audience psychology, pacing, and algorithm optimization.
Here's the exact anatomy we'll be breaking down today. First, the ultimate script blueprint. Second, engineering the perfect hook. Third, the main content formula. Fourth, hacking audience retention. And finally, SEO and the perfect ending.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the ultimate script blueprint. Now, this master prompt doesn't just ask for a, good writer. It literally forces the AI to layer 5 distinct expert identities all at once. Think about it. The AI has to think like a world-class scriptwriter to maintain that snappy pacing, a professional educator to make sure the facts are accurate, an SEO strategist to keep the algorithm happy, and a master storyteller to really build that emotional resonance. It's exactly this combo that creates content that's not just educational, but intensely engaging.
And there's a really strict math behind this magic. The prompt specifically instructs the AI to aim for a script of right around 3,000 to 3,800 words. Why that specific number? Well, because that word count perfectly nails that conversational, easy-to-understand 20-minute mark. It's just long enough to provide deep, actionable value for intermediate folks, but paced perfectly so absolute beginners don't get totally overwhelmed.
Moving right along to Section 2, engineering the perfect hook. This right here is the make-or-break zone. The blueprint strictly mandates that you have to win the audience in the first 30 to 45 seconds. The AI is specifically instructed to establish exactly why the topic matters and build this immediate, intense excitement before the viewer's thumb can even think about scrolling away. To really ignite that curiosity, the AI is instructed to deploy one of these specific opening tactics. You don't just jump in and say, "Hey, welcome back." No way. You hit them with a shocking statistic about credit card debt, or maybe a totally surprising fact about compound interest. You make a bold, undeniable promise about the valuable lessons they're going to walk away with by the end. You're basically forcing the viewer's brain to crave the answer, which practically guarantees they stay tuned in.
All right, into Section 3 now, the main content formula.
The magic number here is 15. The prompt dictates that the script must be divided into 12 to 15 detailed sections. I mean, just think about that pacing for a 20-minute script. That means a brand new, distinct subtopic is being introduced every 60 to 90 seconds. The pacing stays lightning fast, the info feels constantly fresh, and the viewer literally never gets a chance to feel bored.
And the way they pull this off is through something called the section loop. It's this mandatory 6-step sequence that gets applied to every single one of those 15 sections to keep the structure super tight and valuable. The AI is not allowed to just ramble. It has to provide a beginner-friendly explanation, give a practical action step, call out a common mistake, toss in an expert tip, summarize it all, and then smoothly transition. Honestly, it's an absolute masterclass in structured learning.
On top of that structure, the prompt explicitly demands simple language paired with real-world emotional scenarios. It strictly forbids complicated financial jargon unless it's immediately and clearly broken down. Because let's face it, the exact second a viewer feels confused, they're gone. They click away. So the AI is forced to be incredibly empathetic and accessible the whole way through.
Which brings us to Section 4, hacking audience retention.
Okay, so the AI is instructed to inject one highly specific phrase right into the middle of the text. But here's what most people don't know. Now, why to do that? Because it acts like a jolt. It suddenly recaptures attention right when a viewer's mind might be wandering. It implies a secret is about to be dropped, and if there's one thing human curiosity just cannot resist, it's a secret. Or it might use a really strong emotional bridge, something like, "The next lesson completely changed my perspective." This instantly builds intense anticipation for whatever segment is coming up next, pretty much ensuring the viewer commits to sticking around for at least one more point.
So the really crucial takeaway here is the use of phrases exactly like this, or constantly reminding the audience that almost everyone makes this mistake.
By strategically weaving these retention hooks throughout all 3,800 words, the creator is artificially manufacturing insanely high audience retention. Basically, the AI is playing three-dimensional chess with a viewer's attention span, and it's winning.
But this engagement strategy isn't just about the words, it extends heavily into the visuals too. A truly great script is a full blueprint for the final product. The prompt forces the AI to actively script out the on-screen graphics, the sound effects, the camera zooms, and even direct audience prompts like asking viewers to drop a comment or just pause and reflect for a second. This layers together into a multi-sensory experience that shoots engagement metrics through the roof, which signals right back to the algorithm that this content is a must-watch.
Finally, we arrive at Section 5, SEO and the perfect ending.
You see, the AI is tasked with naturally weaving these specific, high-value SEO keywords all throughout the script. It absolutely cannot feel forced or clunky, but those exact terms, things like wealth building, passive income, budgeting, they have to be in there. This way, the algorithm can map the content perfectly to the exact search queries of folks who are out there actively looking for financial education.
And, crucially, you can't just abruptly end the explainer. The final set of instructions ensures the script wraps up with a really powerful summary to reinforce everything they just learned, motivates them to take action literally today, and delivers a robust call to action. Even more importantly, it deliberately pushes the viewer straight into another related piece of content on the channel, creating that glorious binge session loop that the algorithms absolutely love to reward.
Honestly, the sheer beauty of this master prompt is its scalability. It is entirely plug and play. You can swap out the core topic for literally any highly clickable financial concept, like the psychology of money or how millionaires build wealth, and the AI will instantly generate a completely unique, structurally flawless 20-minute masterclass every single time.
So, we've unpacked the exact anatomy of a viral script blueprint. We've seen firsthand how pacing, psychology, accessible language, and SEO are all perfectly balanced by this one incredible master prompt. Now that you understand the hidden structure driving so much successful financial content today, the only question left to ask yourself is, what financial concept are you going to choose to explain next?